Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity Church of Sun Lakes. And I would also like to acknowledge our online community. Everyone give a little wave. We're so grateful to have you join us today. And we have a real treat today. We will be joined for our musicians this morning is our very own Kay Davis opening song. And then Vera's going to sing as well. So let's give Kay a big warm welcome.
Last time we did this song was 2015. We had many, many verses to it then, but we're going to only do 4 today.
Today. I don't see any newcomers today. So let's just welcome each other with our welcome statement. We love you, we bless you, and we welcome you. And our opening prayer this morning will be led by Rev Juliet Bristow.
Okay, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Deep breath. Isn't it wonderful? When we say deep breath, we can have a deep breath. Huh? Isn't that wonderful? And all we have to do is say it. Deep breath. And there it is. So let's just think about that as we're in this beautiful prayer. Our breath. And all we have to do is think about it. And there it is. So our thoughts are so important. So what is it that we're thinking about right now? Is it love? Light? Peace? Joy? Yes, that is what we're thinking about. That is what we know that we are, through and through. And this affirmation right now, for each one of us, is I am thinking about love. I am thinking about love. I am thinking about love. And he's showing it, just seeing it. Again, thinking it, going out. Going out. So it just encircles the world. And then when all of a sudden we see people, they're thinking about love. They're thinking about light. They're thinking about peace. And we know it to be so because we're thinking about it. We know it to be so because it is so. And so it is.
And our daily word this morning will be led by Reverend Maria Blanting.
Today, our daily word is peace. I choose peace. As I continue on the Advent journey, my thoughts turn to peace. I remember what gives me peace, the beauty of a sunset, a comforting hug, a heartfelt prayer. In those moments, peace encompasses all of my thoughts and feelings, transforming any worries, any troubles. I wish to carry that feeling with me always. I realize I do not have to wait for specific experiences to feel peaceful. I have the power to claim peace at all times, in all situations. I affirm that divine peace is greater than any worldly condition. I remain centered and calm, and I don't let minor irritations knock me off center or linger in my awareness. God's peace is my peace forever. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:7. Thank you.
Now we will have a beautiful duet this morning with Vera and Kay.
This. Oh, yeah. That would help. This is the song. The song is a prayer of St. Francis from the year 1912. You're all familiar with it. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring your love. Where there is injury, your mighty Lord. And when I start to faith in you, make me a child.
Yes. So lovely. And now we will be guided into meditation with Reverend Julia Norton. Today we'll be using the singing bowls as part of the meditation. This beautiful bowl was given to Julia and myself to share from Lois Below. So Lois will be here with us today in spirit and sound.
Good morning. Let's get comfortable in our chairs and take some deep breaths. As we welcome December in, we bring peace into our hearts to share. We see peace all around us. We envision a card or a decoration. We see signs of Christmas season with peace all over. Peace begins within. Jill Jackson Miller heard the sign of peace within herself, and she wrote, "Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me," in 1955. As we see this peace within us, we know it was meant to be. We know God as our creator as we walk with each other. And envision holding hands with people all around the world, encircling the earth, enfolding our globe and sharing peace with each being on this planet. As we live each moment in peace eternally, we hold on to this feeling of love, light, and peace. And then we share it with everyone, starting with ourselves, then our neighbors in the next chair, to our community, our state, the United States, and the rest of this beautiful world. Blessing each and every one with this peace. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. As we come back into this room, we know that God's peace is within us to share with others. And so it is.
And now let's say the Lord's Prayer together. Heavenly Source, Thou who art everywhere, hallowed be Thy name or Thy vibration. Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done, here, now, and forevermore. Fill us with the power of Thy mercy and free us from the fetters with which we bind each other. Lead us out of temptation, free us from ourselves, and give us the strength to be at one with Thee. Teach us the true power of forgiveness. May this holy moment be the ground from which our future actions grow. Amen. It's been a week of giving. Those of you who signed up for the special Secret Pals, giving gifts each week. I've been having so much fun with that. I struggle giving gifts because I just don't know what they want, you know? But somehow with a special pal that I don't really know what they would want, it's been easy and it's been really fun. So as I promised last week, if you wanted to give me for your special pal, so Julia, a special pal, wants you to have this gift. Yes.
I don't know who it's from. It's got a question mark.
You're not
on it.
supposed to. I also want to acknowledge that my friends from Peru are here. They are in the back. Julie and Teresa. And I can't remember your daughter's name. Shanti. So welcome, you guys. It's just a pleasure to have you here. It's so exciting. Two young boys were spending the night at their grandparents' the week before Christmas. At bedtime, the two boys knelt beside their beds to say their nightly prayers. When the youngest one began praying at the top of his lungs, I prayed for a new bicycle. I prayed for a new Nintendo. I prayed for a new VCR. And on, in a really loud voice. His older brother leaned over and nudged the younger brother. And he said, "Why are you shouting your prayers? God isn't deaf." To which the little brother replied, "No, but Grandma is." With December's arrival, we enter the season of gift giving. Thus, we're going to spend this month focusing on the gifts of the season. And I plan to offer you a gift each week, the gift of a holiday joke to start the talk. I've kind of forgotten about giving jokes, and I was nudged by someone that said, "Lighten up, would you? Give us a joke." So I'll work on that. And what a season this is. Did you know that during the month of December, the following sacred events are celebrated? Judaism celebrates Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights, which begins on November 28th and runs through Monday, December 6th. December 8th is set aside by many Buddhists as the day the Buddha received enlightenment. Pagans celebrate the winter solstice on December 22nd. Christianity, of course, celebrates the birth of Jesus on December 25th. And Kwanzaa, an African-American holiday honoring values by which to live, runs for 7 days, beginning on December 26th. Did I miss anything? Advent. Yeah, Advent begins this week. Last week. And this is the week for peace. So yes, there are many sacred events celebrated this month, and even though one of them certainly has the commercial market cornered, we recognize them all, and we look for the metaphysical meaning behind them. In other words, the meaning beyond the physical event. Many of these spiritual celebrations involve giving and receiving gifts. And it is the gifts, the metaphysical gifts of the season that we're going to explore this month. Spiritual gifts come to all alike. How we use these gifts is all that matters. So this morning and this entire month, I invite you to ask yourself 2 important questions. What gifts of God am I willing to receive? And how am I willing to use them? So in order to receive, you must be willing to unwrap the gift, right? So before we can receive a gift, we have to be willing to unwrap it. And if we never unwrap it, it won't do us any good. I have no problem unwrapping gifts. Especially as a kid. I used to sneak into my parents' bedroom. I knew where they hid there's 6 kids in my family. I knew where they hid them all. And I'd climb up and way up high. And I would look at them. And one year I told my sister what she got. Oh, so ashamed still of that. But it wasn't fun. And I decided I'm never going to do that again because I didn't have any surprises that year. But in other respects, we can be unwilling or afraid to open gifts. This is an excerpt written by my friend, Reverend Ron Fox. Each of us has been given the perfect gift, one that has been made especially for us. And we long to have it. Yet we very often refuse to unwrap the gift. Why? There are probably an infinite number of reasons or excuses that can be made. But I suspect, for most of us, the core reason is fear. The gift I'm speaking of is our ability to express life to the fullest. To live with joy and exuberance every day of our lives. To be at peace with ourselves and the world. And to have health and abundance. Unwrapping the gift means having a relationship with Spirit. It means having the courage to step outside of our boxes of contentment and conformity. How many of us just want to live comfortable? It's boring and we don't grow when we are comfortable. But yet, it's hard to step out of those boxes. It means living by the wisdom of the ages rather than the current fad or fashion. It means living from the inside out. It's never too late to unwrap this gift, which never gets stale, it never goes out of fashion, and it is impossible to break. It remains unchanged, waiting to be opened. There are so many ways to begin untying the ribbon. Pray, meditate, take a class, or help a friend and stranger. Simply open your heart to God and watch what happens. Gradually, you will come to see the wisdom in the Japanese proverb, the finest things in life are neither costly nor hard to find. They are waiting right within you. Why not take a moment and find them right now? And that is exactly what we're going to do. But first, let's talk about some examples of spiritual gifts. Serving. Serving's a gift. It doesn't come naturally for everyone. Administering, teaching, encouraging, giving, leading, prophesying, knowledge, discernment, healing, hospitality, faith, mercy, wisdom, miracles. Charles Fillmore wrote in the 12 Powers of Man, when manifest man, a human being, desires a certain condition in his body or in his world, he consciously directs his attention toward it. He thinks about it with the conscious phase of his mind. He feels with his emotional nature, subconscious phase of mind. He speaks the word, silently or audibly, and the manifestation comes forth. Spirit is the power that does all things. But man, by his thinking, feeling, spoken word, the formative power of thought, directs the creative power of God. That's why it's called co-create. We have to participate. And when we do, we produce conditions, circumstances, and things in according to our own beliefs and level of soul unfoldment. All structures are thought concentrations. All structures are thought concentrations. So let's do a brief meditation now. Visualizing unwrapping a gift, a spiritual gift. So I ask you to close your eyes, go within, and I ask you, what spiritual gift do you have within you that would enable you to express life to its fullest? To be at peace with yourself and the world, and to have health and abundance. And now I want you to take that gift. Hopefully you've gotten it. I want you to take that gift and say to yourself, today I am willing to receive my spiritual gift of, and whatever that gift was. Say it again. Today I am willing to receive my spiritual gift of. I hope you guys got it, because I got it. And it feels really good. So what can I ask? What were some of the gifts that were given? What did you guys get? Awareness?
Encouragement.
Encouragement. Love it.
Love for others.
Love for others.
Happiness. Happiness.
Happiness.
Shining your light.
Yeah, shining your light.
That's what I got.
Mhm.
I said exuberance.
Exuberance. Oh, that feels so good. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to embody those gifts this holiday season. Embody. How am I willing to use the gift of joy? If you didn't unwrap the spiritual gift of joy, then take a deeper look in the package, because it's there. As I said, I can feel it. When I got mine, which was knowledge, my gift of knowledge, it gives me such great joy, and I can feel it right here. We all have within us innate joy. And when we find it and express it, it is, to quote Teilhard de Chardin, a French monk in the 19th century, a 19th century mystic, the infallible sign of the presence of God. Joy. Someone once said, my therapist told me a way to achieve joy was to finish things that I had started. So today I finished the entire box of See's chocolates. I feel better already. No, that's not exactly what I mean. This holiday season, be sure to receive your gift of joy and make a conscious effort to use it. How we use these gifts is all that matters. Make the choice. Set the intention this holiday season to experience and to spread more joy. For some, that may sound really easy, but for others it's not. I know this time of year, depression rises, people's nerves can get frazzled, too much to do or too little time, and on and on and on with the reasons why we can't or don't experience joy. What is true joy? It's having a personal relationship with God. Knowing we are a unique and individualized expression of God. That God is closer to us than our breath. The only way to bring permanent joy into our lives is to become spiritually conscious. A New Thought author once wrote, "Joy is a jewel in the crown of the spiritual life." It is the result of living your purpose, loving everyone, and allowing the good to come to you. The most exciting thing about joy is that it's an inside job, meaning it comes from within us. And it's available to all of us, no matter what is happening on the outside of us. It's not what is happening right now that is taking you off center. It's what you are telling yourself about the experience that is upsetting you. The key to your happiness is not to change all your experiences, but change what you are telling yourself about the experience. So reprogram yourself for greater joy. And just choose joy instead. It can be a simple thing to do. Sometimes we take life so serious. I love this statement from Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh. It can be a simple thing to do. He says, sometimes your joy is the source of your smile. But sometimes your smile can be the source of your joy. Joy, success, and prosperity are spiritual attributes that belong to all people. But not necessarily all people use them. So reprogram your mind with joyful messages for your greater happiness, peace, and well-being. We're good at that in Unity. We believe in using affirmations, positive affirmations. You say them enough, they become part of your belief system. I am here for God. I am here for good. I am here for love. I am here for joy. Life is not about the littleness of my life. It is about being in partnership with God, looking at situations with joyful anticipation. You think, let me see how the universe will handle this. Or let me see how Spirit is going to move me to do the right thing at the right time. We can change from being a victim to being available to God. Kind of reminds me, on the trip to Peru, there were so many things that happened that were irritants, that took me off my center. And one thing that I kept remembering was, none of this is going to matter. The only thing I remember now is all the great memories. But while we were on that trip, there were many things that took me off center. And I know you guys feel the same. I think. Anything less than joyful living is not really living. It's just surviving, or it's maintaining. It is to belittle the excellence of God. Every area of our lives can be lived in joy regardless of the situation. I'm running in a little experiment right now with my car. A few weeks ago, I told you all that I bought a lemon. Well, guess what happened? That week, another thing showed up to tell me, yeah, you bought a lemon. Thankfully, I had a friend that said, is that the script you're writing? Oh my God, that's right. So now I say, all week long, I've been saying I'm so grateful for my car. I love my car. It brings me so much joy. And I mean it. I mean it in my gut. I love that car. And I am not a victim anymore to that car. I'm a creator, and I'm joyful driving that car around, and I'm so happy about that car. That's my experiment this week. Stick to it. Back in 1932, a fellow named Charles Darrow was out of a job, and he was broke. His wife was expecting a baby. And though he was a heating engineer, there were no jobs available, and Darrow and his wife were just barely subsisting on the few odd jobs that he could get as a handyman. They were bleak. Things were bleak. Fate didn't reckon with the courage of this man and wife, however. They laughed at it, literally. In the evenings, to take their minds off of their troubles, they made up a little game in which they could pretend that they were millionaires. Recalling pleasant vacations in nearby Atlantic City, they reconstructed the area adjoining the boardwalk. Darrow carved hotels and houses out of small pieces of wood. They called it the game. They called the game Monopoly. We come here to learn to be masters of joy, to walk in the love and joy of God, so that daily you catch insights and revelations that are life-transforming and continually carrying you beyond who you thought you were. See the joy that is manifesting in this congregation week after week. Look around at the people here and find someone who radiates joy and beauty and love. And I'll tell you, you see it because you have it. If you spot it, you've got it. So let's take a moment to program our minds and hearts for this holiday season. I want you to close your eyes and allow these words by Ernest Holmes to permeate your very being. It's called A Song of Joy. There is a song upon my lips today. It sings of the glad heart and the happy ways of life. I will listen to my song, for it carols to me the glad tidings of great joy, of love and life. It tells me of the wondrous journey of the soul and the boundless life in which my life is hid. Today, I am filled with joy. This month, continue to unwrap your gifts. Continue to use your gifts. Continue to experience and use the gift of joy. God bless you all. Our affirmation for today, let's say this together. I radiate joy, beauty, and love. I am a master of joy. And now we'll have a song by Vera.
this song by the Carpenters.
Such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I won't be surprised if it's a dream. Everything I want the world to be is now coming true, especially for me. And the reason is clear, it's because he's here. He's the dearest thing in heaven that I see. He's up on top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Something in the wind has learned my name, and it's telling me that things are not the same. In the leaves on the trees and the touch of the breeze, there's a pleasing sense of happiness for me. There is only one wish on my mind. When this day is through, I hope that I will find that tomorrow will be just the same for you and me. All I need will be mine, 'cause you are here. He's at the top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since he's been around. His love's put me at the top of the world. Top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since he's been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world.
Thank you. And now it is time for our offering. And so we take our gifts in our hands, putting our energy. We know that money is simply energy, our energy, and we put it into circulation so that it flows. And we know as we give, we receive back tenfold. Many of us have already given online, so we take that idea, that thought that we have put our energy into the flow. We place that on our hearts, and we say our offering blessing together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. I am so blessed. Thank you, God. And now we will sing I Am So Blessed together by Karen Drucker. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have.
so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I give. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
And we will say our offering of gratitude prayer together. We give thanks for these many blessings of today, and know they are but a symbol of the inexhaustible substance of the universe. I give thanks that 10 times this much is now on its way to me and quickly manifests in perfect ways. Thank you, God. And now for our announcements. In December, we have an opportunity for giving to the church, which is separate from your normal tithing, and we have red envelopes back on the table. If you would like to donate to the church, we've had some extra expenses this year. We bought a brand new computer so that we could process movies, the services online, and our old computer just didn't have that function, so we had to buy a new iMac. It was $3,200. Yikes. We also had to buy the camera.
It works great.
It does work great. It's fabulous. We definitely went through some growing pains with the old computer. And then Mark just took the time to get this projector so we can finally see the words up there. And that was around $900, I believe. So if you would like to contribute to those extra expenses, we'd really appreciate it. And it's just an opportunity to give. And thank you, Mark, for taking the time to do that. Appreciate you. Our prayer partner for today is Reverend Julia Norton. If you would like individual prayer, she'll be in the back over here. Let's see, I should look up here. December 10th is our Christmas party at Kate and Maria's house, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's going to be a really fun time. Would you like to say something?
Unfortunately, the weather looks like it's going to do a big change by the time we have our party. So I just wanted to remind everyone, if you come, if you want to enjoy our patio, if it's not raining, we have 2 fire pits out there. But remember to bring something warmer, because the high is only predicted to be about 63 degrees that day on Friday of our party. We do have a lot of room inside, plenty of weight, so we'll be able to use the indoors as well. But bring something warm if you want to sit outside.
If you need her address, we do have the flyers in the back.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, thank you, Julia. I hope everyone knows that Kenny Reinhardt has made his transition. And Shirley is doing very well. And she's having the celebration of life on December 16th at Palo Verde at 10 a.m. She would like to know if you're coming, so if you haven't been able to RSVP and you'd like to tell me to tell her, yeah. So, yeah, God bless Kenny and all the time he gave to us. What a beautiful soul. Sad to see him go. But I know they are using him on the other side, because he's a saint. So we hold Shirley in prayer and know that she's strong. Today we're having our class on H. Emily Katie's book, Lessons in Truth, so we'll meet in the back over here for an hour today after the service. And then As always, there's sign-up sheets in the back if you would like to come up and participate in meditation or daily word or opening prayer. Please sign up in the back. It really is fun to have other people besides just this face up here. Today is Matthew's Crossing, so they're taking donations over here in the box on the back. And
There's a box outside too.
there's a box outside for goods.
I'm trying to get that every Sunday.
Oh, every Sunday.
Well,
Okay.
every Sunday, the first Sunday of the month.
The first Sunday of the month, okay. And then, as always, we have our prayer team meeting that meets every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Reverend Julia Norton can hook you up if you'd like to join that. And then we have our Reiki share meetings every Tuesday at 9:30. And they're meeting in person at the Cottonwood room
A2.
A2. Okay. And next Sunday is the volunteer opportunity for the Andre House. There's a few of us. Are you going, Kay? So there's about 4 of us going. So if anyone else wants to come along, talk to me about that. And then next week, the Yayas are coming for musicians. And thank you. And then, as always, want to thank Mark Meeker for coming early. And Mike Schneider's back. Thanks for coming early to help. And Julia Norton. We appreciate you all so much. Any other announcements? Julia?
Always.
First off, I want to thank Diane Kugel for helping me set up our banners.
yes.
Yes. And I made some new rousters, and they're on the back table. I think that's it. There's, I'm sure something's
Thank you for putting the banner together. It's absolutely beautiful. She had a vision. That's what you see on the computer
I did.
videos.
Yep.
All right, so let's close. Kay's going to do a song that all of us should know, and we'll sing along with her called It's in Every One of Us, and then we will close with the prayer for protection.
It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing how. It's in every one of us, here and now.
And now let's stand and close with the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God washes over us. I am the presence of God. And wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Have a great week.
There's a lot of money.